Okay, cool. We're just going to introduce ourselves first. My name is Katlego. I'm a first year computer science student at UCT.
My name is Mahlasela Hela. I'm a third year student at UP.
Hi guys, I'm Chelsea and I'm a second year student at UJ.
Hi guys, my name is Bawinile and I'm studying honors. My name is Bawinile. I'm studying honors in at Vet.
Okay, cool. So the earliest resemblance of what we have now is what you see on the screen. It's a bit messy, but we took the idea from logic gates, but we tried to like take it away from just being, ones and zeros and more of like a whole decimal system. And then, yeah, Lucky suggested that, not.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Can you please explain the actual problem that we were going to deal with? It's the first time Gus is seeing or hearing the problem domain.
Okay. Yeah, so the problem was that obviously we need a way to test if a applicant has the aptitude for programming without specifically asking them to program like the robocode challenge we used to do. So yeah, with this, one of the level ideas that I had was to somehow do recursion using these like decimal logic gates, which was going to be very complicated. And Lucky mentioned that, it's a barrier to entry, especially for maybe matric students who've just learned what's factorial is, for example. And then also, sorry. And then also here, it would just be too maths related at the end of the day. Okay.
So to simplify the problem, Lucky suggested that based on the rough sketch that you saw, that we should see programming as the flow of data. So because he mentioned that programming is essentially the flow of data, and similar to the circulatory system, the way blood flows from one organism or one organism to the other, and then it goes back to the heart. So an input and then an output eventually. So our idea called pipes stemmed from the idea that because programming is the flow of data, we would see it as an input to an output. So taking the water from one source to the destination, which would be the output.
Yeah. And then, so we sort of like try to break it down into the primary focuses that we want to look at. So like the basic flow, if else conditions, loops, and then the last four at the bottom, data types and structures, functions, loops, and counter control loops and all those other things. We didn't figure out the last few, but that is something that could be possible using what we've already made. So that's the idea. You have a source, which is the blue with the gold. And the water should just flow from the source to the destination, which is on the far right side. So this piece here that I'm hovering over it takes water out the red side if it's clean, dirty, and if it's clean, it goes out the green side. So that's that incorporates what an if else condition is. I don't know if you want to go through the execution of like the code. Anyways, what we have is gamescene.js and waterpass.js. Those are the two main files. There's other files, but these are like the most important ones. Gamescene is all the front end, and it just loads up the game, sets up the grid, all those kinds of things. And then water passage has a class called game entity, which stores, any piece is a game entity, and it has values such as its out position, that's where it expects to throw water out, and in grid, where it expects to receive water from. And simulate is just a function that runs the game and tracks the water. Okay. Yeah. So these are just the main parts. This one is the source, destination, and then the basic ones, just basic. And then these multiple channel ones, yeah, it goes more than one direction or receives from more than one direction. And the conditional one and the purifier. Oh yeah. So if there is dirty water in the source, you're going to need to purify it along, the path to the destination. So purifier is used to clean it or slightly purify it. Because basically we have the purity levels as like numbers. If it's 0, it's clean. Anything higher than that, it's dirty. Purify just makes it 1 point cleaner. Okay. I think we can demo it now.
Yeah, this is the source. Okay, so these are the PCs. So if we put the piece like this next to the source, it's going to block the source. And if you press play, it's going to say block. The water passage is blocked. So for instance, if we're gonna put it like this, it's gonna say open land water is wasted. So in order for it to be right, we have to connect it to the destination. And therefore on the right side here, it explains how many pieces we have. For instance, if we take one piece here, there's gonna be -1 inventory count. Okay, so if I connect, and therefore at below here we have debug, clean water is supplied. So if you press play, you're gonna go to the next level. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the function. If you made a mistake, you can click the redo function. Yeah. Yeah, so since we have three levels, the first one is basic level, the second one is intermediate, the third one is advanced level. It's where we're gonna use the loop to it's where we're gonna use the loop to filter the water. So on this one we have this one is this PC is called purifier check. If ever the water is clean, it's gonna go to the green side. If ever it's dirty, it's gonna go to the red one. And therefore, in order to clean the water, we have to put the purifiers. These pieces are called purifiers. Since the purity level is 2, you're gonna need 2 purifiers in order for water to be clean. Yeah, so down below here, next to inventory count, there's a debug. It tells you everything, even error, for instance, it tells you where's the error and bend pipe 7 to 9. We have x axis and y axis. That means you're gonna go. It's 7x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and therefore gonna go 9 to the y axis. Therefore, it's here. It's gonna tell you where's the mistake, where you have to put the pipe. After putting the pipe, it's gonna tell you the water is clean supply. Therefore, after this, for instance, if ever you forgot the instruction, you can still click the I for information. And therefore, if you wanna return to the game, you're gonna click play and it's gonna take you to the game. And therefore, after that, you have to press play in order to go to the next level. Therefore, it's gonna say the water is the clean water is supplied. This is the advanced level.
So on the advanced level, it's more like it's incorporating the loops. You only have one purifier, and they tell you that the purity level is like 3. So that means you have to loop 3 times.
let's say for instance, you see there are pieces here. If you're gonna try to put the piece on top of another piece, it won't be possible. So it will go back to its original piece. Let me show you for instance. I'm trying to put piece on top of this one, you see. It's returning back to its original position. Yeah, the clean water supply.
Yeah. Basically, and then when you click play, it's gonna say
Also, it's it's made in a way that it would even tell you if it's an infinite loop. So, for example, if the water never gets purified, there it tells you the water is going in circles and does not get back to the end. Yeah.
yeah, and then you just put the purifier. Also, remember the red is in the unclean water, and then the green is accepting the clean water. So if you put it the other way around, you should get an error that's a blocked water passage. Blocked water passage, as well as the error, maybe any piece, if you put it the other way around. If you put it the other way around, it should also say the same error. So the water flow has to follow the arrows, basically. Yeah. Water supply. Congratulations, you've completed all the above.